Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to alter that swimsuit pattern so that you can create a pattern for a bra or a cupped swimsuit. So for this video you're definitely going to need the swimsuit pattern, so I'll link my tutorial for that one down below. To get started you're going to need to trace around the front pattern so that it is mirrored. So this is pretty much, you want it to be facing the opposite direction. So the way I did this was I traced it out and then I turned my sheet over before I drew in all the lines. So once it's traced out, you're going to want to go in and mark in points 2, 11, 5 and 7. So now we can get started. So at 3 you're going to measure halfway to 11 minus 2 centimeters and mark this point as 26. So join points 26 and 7 together with a straight line. So at 7 you're going to measure out 10 centimeters and just mark this with a point. So now join that point with 26 using a ruler. So now we need to shorten this new line, making sure that it's the same length as the line from 26 to 7. So once you've done that, you can mark this new length point as 27. So now you have a 10 centimeter wide dart. So from 27, you're going to measure down 4 centimeters to the line drawn out from 5 and mark this point as 28. So now go ahead and draw in a new arm's eye by joining points 11 and 28. So now this is where things get a little bit tricky. So in the next step, you're going to need to draw in the shape of the cup, but this all depends on your design. So for me, I wanted to create a little bridge in the center front. So I chose how high I wanted to go, and then I chose how wide I wanted it to be. So I then spent a while trying to decide on the right height and shape for my cup. But once I had that chosen, I went ahead then with my curve driller and I created a nice curved shape on the bottom of my cup, making sure that was hitting that point at 26. And this is going to kind of create a nice seam feature on my swimsuit cup, which will also give it a nice shape. So once you have the shape that you want, you can go ahead and trace out the sections of your cup onto a separate sheet so that you have all your separate patterns. So for me, I have the top half of the cup and with the strap and the lower half of the cup. So once they're cut out, it's time to close the darts. So I simply folded them over and stuck it down with some tape. So now I'm going to go ahead and trace it out again onto a new sheet. So using a curved driller, I reshaped the bottom of my cup so that it was a nice curved line again. I am also going to go in and shape the corner of the strap so that it's a bit more of a curved shape as it comes down onto the cup. So at this point you can go ahead and add in all your information and your seam allowance. I didn't add any seam allowance because it was just a quick tutorial. So don't forget to trace off the bottom half of the swimsuit as well and mark in all your information. And that's the pattern finished. So it's a nice quick alteration to make a completely different style swimsuit. But before I end the video, I want to go ahead and show you how to make a cup for a bigger bust size. So I went ahead and traced out the cup sections again. So using a ruler, I continued the dart line straight down into the bottom of my cup. And then I cut out the lower half. So I'm carefully cutting up through that dart line, making sure not to cut it completely off. So using some blue tack, I stuck it down onto a new fresh sheet So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open out that line to the amount that I need. So for this, I'm just doing 1.5 centimeters. So now that it's open, I'm going to go ahead and trace around it to create a new pattern. So using a curved driller, I'm going to raise the top of the line by 0.5 centimeters and then go ahead and mark in all my information. So now for the top half of the cup, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to separate the two pieces completely, straight up through the dart. So like before, I'm sticking them down on the sheet and I'm going to open that dart the same amount that I opened on the bottom half, which is 1.5 centimeters. So now I'm going to go ahead and trace around this pattern piece again to create my new pattern. So like before, you're going to have to reshape that bottom seam and then you're going to measure and make sure that the length is the same as the bottom half of your cup. So when you sew the two together, you know that they're going to join up accurately. So then you can go ahead and mark in all your information and add seam allowance before you cut out your patterns. And that is how you create a larger cup size for the swimsuit. So I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit that like button as it really helps support my channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more pattern videos. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!